What is happening? What's happening, guys?
It's some nice machine gun pews right there.
Yeah, dude. Those are some of the best pews I think we've ever had to start off the show. But it's episode 409 of Pass the Gravy. We are not darling like a marlin just yet. We're almost darling. Because the next episode we talk to you guys, we will be live at Southern Star Brewing Company this Saturday, May 29th, going down 3525 North Fraser Street in Conroe. We're going to be doing a live broadcast for our Darlin' Like a Marlin Blackberry Sour beer release from Southern Star. I am so stoked. Pat and I are actually, we'll talk about it later. We're going to go up there tomorrow and do some photos and stuff, but like it's happening. They've started, like, I've seen pictures of them canning it, and like I am so jacked right now. I was already jacked that we were gonna get a beer, but the fact that it's like this is actually happening, like, I mean, I part of me, maybe just because it's us, assumed them to like just like, you know what, like I think we're just done with Pat, dude. Like we can't in good conscience like put this out with y'all's name on it. Sorry, we're gonna change the name like last second. I was like, I mean, they could have done that, but they didn't. And they're making it with our stuff on it. It's going to be awesome. I can't wait. Darlin' Like a Marlin beer release. But we are almost darling today.
I actually thought it was going to be
Darlin' Saturday.
I thought you were going to be the reason they backed out.
Oh, it could have been me too.
Well, I mean, especially just after you didn't invite me to the 69th week of Crawfish, they're going to be, oh, this is a guy that doesn't care about his relationships that he's entered into. And, you know, we just can't trust him to not fuck us over. But I'm happy that they kept faith in me. And tolerate you and love Robert.
Love you, Robert.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
One of these days.
We're gonna crack you.
We're going to. We're gonna crack you like a crab.
Like a nut.
Else, like a nut. That was something better than
because you're a nut.
Crab. Yeah, you are a nut, buddy. Let's get into the pre-cum segment, the pre-comeback kids segment, where we just throw out some ideas maybe we've had. It's our opportunity as hosts to, you know, ask questions amongst the group. This is a trust tree, you know. You can ask anything you want, and we're all going to discuss it. And you, the Gravy Gang, can hop on in as well at Pass Gray Pod if you'd like to on our Twitter. Just weigh in on whatever we got. But I had noticed that popsicles always have jokes on them. They're usually like not great jokes. Fortune cookies always had jokes, but popsicles are like really the only stick type treat that you have jokes on. Like, why don't we have more food related stick things that have jokes on them? Like, why don't cotton candy? Like when you get cotton candy, how come that doesn't have jokes on the inside when you finish the cotton candy? How come shish kebabs don't? Like sausage on a stick. Suckers, why don't they all have jokes? Like there's so many opportunities. I feel like we're missing out on like the joke world. Is it like were popsicles just the first people? Like did the big joke industry like get to popsicles first and they were like good humor, popsicles, makes sense, humor, we have jokes, done. And then shish kebabs were like, fuck, what about us?
It is a shame because the sausage on a stick is inherently the funniest food on a stick. But I think it's just because all those sticks are round. Popsicle stick is the only flat stick.
Cotton candy, like it's usually a larger circle though. So I feel like
it's almost like on a cone. Those ones.
That's easy. It's like writing on like a toilet paper roll.
How many toilet paper rolls have you written on?
I mean, I don't, but it seems like you could probably write on them pretty simply.
It's just, it's not as easy as you think.
That hard to do.
Because then you flatten it out, and then it just the popsicle stick. It's easy to be printed, and that's the thing. All these things are printed. You can't really put something round through a printer. It doesn't work that way.
I don't know. I just feel like, but it wouldn't be round like when you were printing it. You would then like put it together that way. You know,
you're adding so much to the process. What do you mean it wouldn't be round when you're printing it? Like they're on wooden sticks. You can't roll up wood.
You could.
I mean, like if it's those bamboo shirts or whatever, I guess so. But
no, I'm saying like for the cotton candy, it's like a cone. So you would like just like glue the sides together after you already had the jokes on them, and then everybody would be entertained after they ate it.
But then, I mean, you're just cotton candy prices are going to skyrocket because you're adding all these steps to manufacture.
But if you're laughing after you finish your cotton candy, then like maybe you don't even care about the inflated prices at that point, you know? It's all
Plus
fun at that, you know, now I've got a joke in my arsenal to go, you know, tell the boys.
And you've got a great sugar rush going on, so.
Yeah. I really feel like we just need, if it's got any sort of stick, just it has to have a joke on it. That would be my first thing I did if I was the president.
I could get behind that platform.
It just seems easy, you know, like let's just let me leave with like a smile. You know?
I like it.
All right.
I'm in.
I'm glad you guys are on board. At least Pat is. Robert, are you on board with this?
I was, a little hesitant, but yeah, I can get behind it.
Like, what's the downside of it? Oh, there's too many jokes out there. Yeah, right? There's no downside, I don't think.
Think of all the jokes you can make about sausage on a stick, though. You got meat puns, you got sausage jokes.
But what if we get jaded and, none of us are laughing anymore? Like, we just see jokes all the time. Like, they're not funny.
We just are verbally LOLing. When you send your friends that, you're like, LOL or haha. Like, you're not really. Haha.
No, it's just the push nose or air out of my nose laugh. Just that.
Or we just start saying that's funny instead of laughing.
Yeah, that is one of the worst. That is one of the worst. When you do like, not like if you say that's funny, you don't laugh like every now and then, that's cool. Like when you get in a conversation, you're like, I am bombing with this person. They're just like, that's funny. That's funny. It's like, no, it's not, apparently. Not to you. Another thing I had was, do smoke detectors count as smoke signals? I mean, they do signal stuff to you via sound. Now, you're not necessarily looking up at a signal of smoke. The signal itself is not made of smoke, but you are getting a signal from the smoke detector. So therefore, it is a signal. It's just like a high-tech smoke signal.
I guess so. I mean, the point of the smoke signal is to signal you with smoke. But maybe the smoke detector is secondary.
It's one of those things that you don't want it to signal you, but if it does signal you, it's like, hey, shit's getting crazy in here. This is a signal that there is smoke here. Like, it literally signals you if there is smoke. So it does signal you with smoke.
I think maybe it's like a secondary. Yeah, no, fuck it. No, that's definitely a smoke signal. It is. It's signaling you about the smoke. God, why are my eyes watering so much right now? I can't figure it out.
You think about smoke.
Oh, that's probably it.
So, I mean, I can't think of anything else, but
I've got mental smoke in my eyes.
I think smoke detectors are officially, they are just like the last great smoke signal.
Electronic smoke signals.
Yeah, for the best ones. Oh, what's up? We got Coco on the podcast. If you're watching the video version, Coco, thoughts on smoke detectors?
She does not like them. She does.
Very scary.
They are very scary for her.
I would imagine.
She does not like loud noises.
But that's why she's not a fan of the podcast, actually.
She's probably going to make like 4 or 5 different appearances as I keep picking her up against her will.
I'm sure she'll love that.
Nope.
Last thing I put together, ideas-wise, to throw out to the gang. Scotch tape, duct tape, and masking tape if you use it to fix a VHS tape. Is that a mixtape? Whether or not it works, it's still a mixtape. Like, honestly, if you just put scotch tape, duct tape, and masking tape in a ball, that's a mixtape anyways.
Yeah. Throw some double-sided in there.
Yeah. What's your favorite? Let's go around the room. Favorite kinds of tape. Go. I would say duct tape. I'm a duct tape guy.
Gaff
tape. Obviously you use that on the gaff, which I think is on a boat.
I'm going to go with either duct tape or electronic or not electronic, electrical tape. Just the thin little black rolls of tape. It's strong tape. It's fun to play with.
Painter's tape.
Ooh, now we're just going to name tape, honestly.
Well, painter's tape is a very good tape because it's, if you got stuff in, like, say, a restaurant, you got to mark, when something was cut and packaged and everything. Just put some painter's tape on the side with a little Sharpie. It's beautiful.
That works.
Yeah.
I just think like duct tape is like the old, like you always got to go with that.
It's the go.
Like, it's the fix all.
It's the go. I mean, duct tape is the best, but I'd say electric tape is a close second for me.
Cassette tapes. A cassette tape is a very different kind of tape, but it is nonetheless a tape. And that's about all the tape I can think of.
Ankle tape. Or
that's medical tape.
Medical tape, yeah.
That's pretty solid. Tape.
The athletic tape.
That's what.
That would be what it is.
Paper tape.
Paper tape. That seems like one.
Taper jeans.
Tapered jeans. Ooh, that's a good one. Tapeworm.
Damn, this would have been a good mock draft.
Fuck. Somebody remind us when it's mock draft season next year that we got to do this.
Yeah.
And we'll probably think back to these exact answers.
Ticker tape.
Ticker tape's the best kind of tape because means you won something. Ticker tape is like the most celebratory kind of litter there is.
Measuring tape.
Measuring tape is good.
Tapatio is a pretty good hot sauce.
Tapestry.
Ooh, now we're getting classy.
See, that's if you want to class things up, you use tapestry.
Tape on Me. That's a great song from the 80s.
I think it's not okay. Yeah, we'll go with that.
Taperware.
Taper. Sure. If we had to allow the last one, we got to allow that one too.
I think we can move on.
I think we're good. I think we're good on tapes. But yeah, I guess that would mixing a bunch of tapes would make it a mixed tape.
Yeah.
Did anybody else have anything to bring to the table for the pre-cum segment?
Oh yeah, I got one. How come when you're driving and you put on the heaters to warm up, why do you get so tired when the temperature raises in the car? Like, why do you suddenly start feeling like you're going to fall asleep?
I don't feel like I have this happen to me.
Really? Like when the car gets all nice and cozy from like the heater, y'all don't get really tired all of a sudden?
I do, and it makes my head hurt.
You do?
Too. Yes, the heat.
Okay.
Heat gives me a headache, and it makes me sleepy.
Okay.
Which is weird because they say when you're trying to go to sleep, it's better to have a cold house because you're lowering your body temperature, getting ready to go to sleep. But when I heat up my car, driving home this morning, people that don't know, I woke up at 4 to take my sister to the airport.
Which most people don't know.
I didn't know that.
Most people listening to the podcast do not know.
Actually, I'd say 100%
you didn't talk about.
Did not know.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but I was really cold the whole way because the entire way up to Hobby.
So basically, that was a nice way of saying to everybody but Alex.
Yeah. I don't know. If any of my friends aren't assholes and still listen to this, then they would know too. But anyway, it was really cold the whole way up because she had the fucking AC on. So I'm freezing my ass off driving up there. On the way back, I was like, I'm putting on the heater on to get nice and cozy. About halfway back down I-10, I was like, all right, I got to turn this heater off because I'm going to crash at 5 o'clock in the morning. And there's no way they won't believe I wasn't drunk.
Just because I've never experienced that. I don't know. It's obviously not made up because Robert has said, I just never. I have no idea. Hot. I do sleep with it cold. Like I can't sleep if it's hot, man.
No, neither can I. Unless it's in my car, then I.
Put my thermostat, it's crisp 69 degrees. Nice.
The only time when I can sleep when it's hot is if I'm currently operating a motor vehicle. Yeah,
apparently, which is probably, I would say, one of the worst times to sleep. Probably.
I concur.
It's up there, top 2 or 3, I would say.
That's why, I was kind of
trying to think of other ones, and I can't really think of any. Maybe when you're
skydiving. Skydiving and swimming.
Skydiving and swimming.
I was planning on listening to the whole Rod Ryan show when I got home. I was like, I'm going to stay up. I'm not going to go back to sleep. I'm going to listen to the whole thing. Then I'm going to go to work. And then that heater hit me in the face and I got home and I passed the fuck out immediately. I was like, nope, not going to be productive. I was thinking about maybe around 8 o'clock, jumping outside and finally cutting my yard that needed to be cut. Nope. I got home and I was out until my alarm went off at 9.
There needs to be I'm sure there's a word for it, but there's nothing better than that time in your mind when, like you're on your way home and you're just putting together like, dude, I'm going to go home. I'm going to knock this out. I'm going to go do this. I'm going to finish this up. I'll clean this up. I'll load the dishwasher. Like you got all these things in your mind and then you get home and you do none of them. But like when you're on your way home, like on that ride, I'm going to be so productive. And then you get home and you're like Sports Center's on and you just sit down and you watch TV for 4 hours instead of doing that. And it like that happens to so many people, I feel like. But like you do have that, like there's a 10-minute period though where you're like, I think you already just like congratulated yourself because like you in your mind you were going to do those things. So it was basically accomplished, even though you didn't accomplish any of it.
In my mind, I was considering getting a workout in, but that was only for like 20 seconds. And I was like, I'm not going to fucking do that.
Let's not get crazy, Pat.
A man can only do so much in a day.
I'm not going to mow and work out.
Yeah, I got home and I just immediately grabbed the dog, went to my bed. She jumped up in bed with me and I was out.
Robert, did you have anything to bring in?
Stupid heaters.
Yeah, just heaters, man. They make my head hurt.
All right.
That's all I got for this week.
Okay, well, let's move along then to the Comeback Kids segment. We'll get into the Comeback Kids segment with, I do believe, our brand new sponsor. By brand new, I mean an old friend that is finally back on the program.
Hello, my friend. Hello.
And I'm talking about our good friends at Bee's Knees Honey Company. They're back, bitches. They're back. I actually, my chapstick that I carry with me every day is still Bee's Knees Peppermint Lip Balm. I love it. It's my go-to. I'm sure Pat still has the beard butter they got. But yeah, Bee's Knees Honey Company. It's a small family business here in the Houston area. They've got lots of awesome products. Since it's Bee's Knees Honey Company, obviously they have the dopest honey. We've told you guys about Bee's Knees Honey before. They come in straws. They come in jars. They're the shit. They're awesome. They got the gourmet honeys, straws, local honey, and pollen. So all those allergies. I know that it is an allergy time of year. All those allergies are going to be gone when you're using this stuff. With Father's Day around the corner, they have everything needed for a great gift. Beard butters, solid cologne, soaps, and more. Check out their websites for a variety of their awesome products and follow them on social media to keep up with their events. Use code PTG10 for 10% off of your order at beeskneeshoneycompany.com. Give them a follow on Twitter and Instagram at Bees Knees Honey Co. Facebook, they are Bees Knees Honey Company. But go to beeskneeshoneycompany.com. Use promo code PTG10 for 10% off of your order. Promo code PTG10 at beeskneeshoneycompany.com for 10% off of your order. Get some of the best honey in the world. I promise you're going to love it. I believe they still have dog treats. I don't know if they still have dog treats. I'm not looking at their website, but if they do have the dog treats, definitely get the dog treats. And I really like the little capsules that they have, the little anti-allergy capsules, basically the pollen capsules. Really,
how's the time of year?
Yeah, really like punches that pollen in the face so like you feel a lot better. There's a noticeable difference I had for me at least. And Madison from Bees Knees was like, yo, throw them in the fridge so it keeps them cooler and it's easy like first thing in the morning. Boom, done. So beeskneeshoneycompany.com, promo code PTG10 at checkout. Get 10% off of your order. Bees Knees Honey Company, the best honey, the best beard care, the best everything in the world. Bees Knees Honey Company, welcome back to PTG. If you get anything from them, Bees Knees Honey Co. on Twitter and Instagram, let them know you're supporting the people supporting the podcast. And if you're not following them, what are you doing? Go follow them. Let them know the Gravy Gang sent you. Bees Knees Honey Company, the official sponsor this week of our Comeback Kid segment that begins now.
It's the Comeback Kid. The Comeback Kid of the week. The Comeback Kid of the week. Bitch.
All right, let's do our first Comeback Kid of the week. It's Friends, because there's the Friends reunion this Thursday. So life was told you that, well, life is gonna be great. And life was great, and life was great, and it was great. We're always stuck outside in second base. And it's life, it's great, it's great, it's great. There's now, we're in a fountain, yeah. Happy day for you.
In New York, we shouldn't be able to afford.
I think that was the intro, I'm pretty sure. So
pretty close. Pretty close. We might have missed a word here or there.
But obviously, you can tell we're huge Friends fans, and the Friends reunion is back. Not back. I guess it's happening on, I think it's HBO. It's happening Thursday, the week that we recorded. It's Thursday, May 27th. We are recording on a Wednesday. Obviously, I will be watching with all of my closest friends. What about you guys?
Well, yeah, I will be. We should definitely be back from Southern Star in time for this. So I'm gonna grab myself a nice couple of beers, and I'm gonna sit down with my friends, my old friends.
Appointment viewing. It has to be. I know it's a huge show. I mean, just like what my favorite episode. Like there's so many. There's really so many. We just did this with tapes, but we got to do it with Friends now. My favorite episode of Friends was when Joey, I think it was the season premiere, the one where Joey accidentally hit Monica in the parking lot with his car. And then when they took her to the hospital, they found out she had rabies. So he convinces Ross and Chandler that they've got to find a cure for rabies, even though there already was a cure. And these guys set up a fun run. It was crazy. That was my favorite episode of Friends. What about
Typical
you guys?
Typical Friends.
No, I like
such a Friends show.
I liked when Ross was dating Mandy Moore and it was going really good, but she never actually laughed at any of his jokes. She would always just say, "That's so funny." And so it really started to bug him after a while. And he ended up breaking up with her because of it. But classic episode.
That's the other good one.
Yeah.
Robert, did you have a favorite?
Yeah, I'm a little lost on the details, but I think it was Chandler and Joey. They like got an RV and they started like making something in it, like this like blue stuff. Like this blue
maybe
stuff.
Like cake?
I don't remember exactly what it's called, but like they started selling it and like they got into this whole like argument with like I think this guy named Gus at one point. And I think Gus owned like a chicken place, like a chicken restaurant, like fried chicken.
Oh, the one with the chicken. Yeah, the one with the fried chicken.
Yeah.
That was a good one.
You sure you're not thinking of Gunther down at the coffee shop?
Maybe it might have been Gunther.
Yeah, Gunther.
It's such a Gunther move right there. Yeah. What about the one where Ross and Rachel, they kept going to the soup kitchen and then the guy behind the counter was like, "No soup for you." And they're like, "What? We don't get our soup." That was a pretty crazy one too.
Or when Phoebe became a shoe shine down at City Hall where they all worked. So then it was just easier for them to see each other all day and it really fit into their stories. That was a fun one.
That was a fun one. I also
I believe Chandler had a mustache and a sweater in that one. Bigger hair.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think you're right. So yeah, there's endless great episodes of Friends. We could
so many people right now.
We could spend all podcasts, talking about our favorite episodes. But share us what your favorite Friends episode is if you're excited for the reunion, and happy Friends Day. Is that what they call it? I don't know. Friends Reunion Day. And they was shitting on Matthew Perry because dude had dental work, and they're like, he's on drugs. Guy can't have dental work, and just not get made fun of, huh? You don't think he's self-conscious about this? If he's struggling with addiction, you're gonna bring it up again, all right? Also, great excuse anytime you slurring your words ever. Just I have emergency dental work. I didn't have 37 beers. Dude, I'm on my way back from the dentist, officer.
But it's crazy. Rachel still looks exactly the same. Was Ross in there?
Respectfully, she looks like a very respectable woman.
Schwimmer was there, right?
Schwimmer.
Yeah, I think he looked like exactly the same. Lisa Kudrow was pretty close. And then everyone else, like obviously Courtney has had so much plastic surgery over the years. And then obviously Matthew Perry and Joey they went gray as shit.
Yeah. But for the most part, that cast is fairly
I'm excited.
Of them are pretty same. I'm gonna check it out, I guess, but I'll probably see the highlights, and if something crazy goes down, I'll watch it.
I mean, I'll probably end up watching it in like 2 months. I'll end up watching it on HBO Max or something. I'm excited, but like,
cool.
I'm also probably going to be gaming tomorrow night. So,
right. And it's not like a full Friends episode or anything like that. Like they have like BTS is involved. All these other people are involved. And it's like, what?
Wait, what? Why?
One of them learned English by watching Friends or helped them learn English.
Oh, okay.
By watching Friends. But it's like, what does that have to do with the people from Friends? I mean, I guess he watched them, so never mind. I don't know.
Actually, you know what's funny?
Friends, guys, it's back.
All those episodes that we described, we could have told them to Matthew Perry, and he would have been like, yeah, dude, maybe. I don't remember 3 seasons.
But what have you seen the shows?
Oh, he's not gone back and watched the shows.
You don't know that.
I'm pretty sure. You know, he said that, though. He said, like, seasons like 3 through 6, he just doesn't remember because he was so fucked up during them.
You know, Frankie Muniz doesn't remember any of Malcolm in the Middle.
I think you're making that up.
No, he wasn't like a drug addict. He got like a car wreck and had hit his head.
Oh,
that's too bad. But he is really funny on Twitter and rich. So
Donald Faison doesn't remember most of Scrubs. He played.
Really?
Yeah, because he was high all the time.
He does a whole rewatch show with it. Like, how do you? If you don't remember, how are you talking about it?
They just lean on Zach Braff.
And I also remember what Zach said happened.
I feel like Robert just made that up.
No, that's completely honest. They even mentioned on the podcast. Like, I don't remember much of what was happening during this time.
What, like high as in weed, or he was like struggling with drug addiction during the entire show?
I think weed too. Like, yeah, weed.
Oh, I'm sorry. No, you could smoke a bunch of weed and still remember what happened for fucking 8 years.
I don't know, man. That's what he said.
I don't know.
That's what he said.
Sounds like someone.
You think doing marijuana is cool?
I was gonna say this sounds like someone who's never smoked weed and he's trying to sound cool. Yeah, dude, I totally don't remember that show. I was so high.
Yeah,
I was toking the doobies every day,
dude.
Dude, I had like 4 hits that season. It was crazy.
It was a jazz cigarette, and I didn't know what to do with it, so I just smoked it.
The old electric lettuce.
And then there went the whole 4 seasons of that show. All right, so Friends, that's a comeback kid. Enjoy the reunion, everybody. Our next comeback kid is Taiwan. Big week for Taiwan, which, all right, Robert, you're going to speak for the podcast. Is Taiwan a country? Go. Take a stance.
Yes.
I concur.
All right. Well,
unless
with China being mad at us, so
unless you're apparently John Cena, or I'm sure LeBron James doesn't think it's a country
probably
either.
LeBron too.
Yeah.
So okay, you can compete in the Olympics for Taiwan, correct?
Yes.
So then, would that not make it a country?
Well, it's because China doesn't recognize them as a country.
China doesn't recognize it. It's sort of what I figured out online.
Yeah, China says they own them, and Taiwan's like, no, you fucking don't.
But like, how do we know? Olympics. That's how we know, right?
Yeah.
Like, if you can compete from a country in the Olympics,
and because we support freedom.
Russia's actually not a country based on that theory.
No, there's the Russian Olympic Committee.
They got suspended.
Yeah, I think they're going to be suspended again from this one, right? Like they missed the last one.
So they technically aren't a country this time around, but they will be in 4 years, assuming they don't cheat.
Yeah, they'll be the
Taiwan
Olympic, it's the Olympic athletes from Russia.
Yeah, which is like, okay, so basically you're telling us exactly who they are, but still, I don't know. That was weird. I didn't understand that was a thing. That's also kind of like I don't think we should get too into it because I don't want us to get canceled for saying something we don't really know anything about. But that's kind of like our joke last week about like, all right, Israel, Palestine, go. You know, like, was it? I don't know enough, and I don't really want to get into a deep conversation about it because I'm probably going to say something dumb and be wrong because I'm so like ignorant to it.
This one is very different from that. This is strictly just China being asshole.
But Cena wanted to make money over there, so he's like, you got to kind of do that or else
I guarantee you it was the studio saying, listen, we bank on these movies making shit tons of money, because we're paying 14 different actors basically lead acting rates, and you cannot piss off China because that is a goddamn massive market that these countries sell in, and you're going to kill our box office by half. So you have to apologize.
I think they get the biggest numbers from China.
Probably.
Yeah, so it's a sticky situation, but like, yeah.
I mean, it's really not. It's straight up China just being a dictatorous asshole of a country. But because they spend a lot of money on American products, people are always going to bow to them in situations like this. But Taiwan is definitely a country.
Do you think anybody ever uses the term like they're playing checkers, we're playing Chinese checkers, or they're playing chess, we're playing Chinese checkers? I fucked it up, but
exactly like that though.
Like
even the message.
Chinese chess, we're playing Chinese chess actually.
Chess,
which seems like it would be an even more difficult version of chess. Because Chinese checkers was confusing as fuck. I don't know if you guys have played it or do you remember it, but like it was just like, I don't want to move everywhere. What?
I feel like Chinese chess would have to then be that, you know, that 3-dimensional chess that like they always had on set at on the Big Bang Theory and shit.
Mm-hmm.
That would be like that
like
is
the big chess.
No, it's literally like it's three different layers. It's weird. Like that is the Chinese checkers to regular chess. Like it adds a whole nother dimension.
It's Chinese chess.
Yeah.
Okay, that was dumb. I got derailed by that, but yeah, it was John Cena's trying to make money in China, so like everybody roasting him online was like, "Yeah, dude, homie just wanted to make some money, man."
Yeah, he's sitting there like, "Yeah, you guys can all roast me, but this apology just made me an extra
roast
$16
me
million.
Right to the bank, guys."
Like
if anybody would like Robert to have to apologize since he took the stance that Taiwan is a country first for the podcast, we will make him do that if we can make more money in China. Just FYI.
Oh, that yeah. As much shit as I talk about China, if they were going to pay me $16 million, I would fucking abandon all of my beliefs very quickly.
We'll do the podcast in Chinese. Probably not very well.
I will wear the fucking red star flag or whatever the fuck their flag is called every day.
The Chinese flag, probably.
I will be the Chinese diplomat to America, and I will just shit talk America for $16 million.
There you go.
But also I'll silently be leading an underground revolution in China.
Don't say that. Don't say that. Don't say that.
Robert, edit that out.
They're gonna hear Robert. Cut that part. If they hear that, then the deal's off.
Here's what I'm gonna do. It's because Hulk Hogan wore the same colors of China, so I'm gonna make them think I'm being friendly, but then I'm gonna just
not when it was NWO.
No, original Hulk Hogan.
Hulkamaniac.
The Hulkamaniac. And then I'm just gonna go through the streets dressed as him, beating up corrupt Chinese politicians and police officers, screaming, "I'm a real American." That was a great song, and that song will be the rallying cry for the revolution of China. China.
Can you think of China without thinking of Donald Trump now? I have a problem with that.
Yeah, every time I hear the word China now, it goes like this in my brain. It's literally this delay where my mouth will say China. It's
like like you said it wrong.
In the back of my head, every time it's China. You're saying it wrong, Pat. Say it the way you know you want to. Like, shut up, brain.
Say it like I said. Do it.
I have the best pronunciations of words.
They're tremendous pronunciations. Everyone loves them. I love them. You love them. We all love them. All right, we got to move on. Taiwan, back. John Cena also sort of back, too. 101 Dalmatians. You guys remember that. It's back. Because for some reason they thought we needed the backstory on the murdering dog lady.
Right.
Like they have the Cruella. I think it's Cruella is what it's called.
Yep.
Emma Stone as Cruella. And it was like, if we had to think of like characters from movies that we didn't need, I mean, maybe it's a great movie. I'm probably not going to watch it this weekend at least. But like Jar Jar Binks, I maybe would rather have a story of him. Like, what happened with him? Like, how did he come to be? tell me more about the Jar Jar Binkses is like I want to meet Mr. and Mrs. Binks, but like I was never like, you know what, a lady like killed puppies and like wore him as coats. What's up with
listen,
her?
Coco.
Right, I'm sorry, Coco.
She's okay.
Sensitive subject. She is very anti-Cruella de Vil, as all dogs should be,
and as I am.
Like foot down right now. We are an anti-Cruella de Vil podcast. Just
I'll tell you who's gonna.
I'll just say it right there. If you don't like, if you are Team Cruella de Vil, just get the fuck out.
I'll tell you where this movie's gonna sell a shit ton. China. I mean, they already have the Wuhan Dog Festival where they murder dogs and like sell them as street meat.
Is that real?
Yes.
Okay.
Look it up, dude. Like it's a gigantic international like problem every year where people have been trying to get this shut down forever because they just have massive amounts of dogs in China. So they treat it like turkey or like chicken. They just kill them like right there in the market and you can buy the meat. So yeah, pretty sure China is going to be a huge fan of this movie.
I guess maybe that could be why they made it. I don't know. I don't know. It was like, but then like I tried to ask myself that question actually, and was like, well, like, would I want to watch a backstory to Michael Vick? It's like, yeah, I would. I would totally watch a backstory to Michael Vick. But like, I don't know. He didn't just walk into like press conferences with like a dog coat on. Like Cruella was a real cunt about it. She was a real cunt about it.
Cunt.
Mike Vick wasn't right. But Vic did his time. Vic did his time.
But he's a real person.
Daryl would say. He is a real person. But like Vic did his time already. But like he didn't like brag about like murdering dogs in public all the time. That I know of. Like if he was at like a press conference with like a pit bull fucking
like a dead pit bull just draped over his shoulders.
Yeah, this Mike Vick guy. No. And he's actually done a lot for like saving dogs and stuff since. Obviously, he got in trouble, but like I think it seems like he's been trying to make good or clear his name for that as much as he could. But yeah, dude, I don't know. Like I would rather see like Cruella trying to do a turnaround. Maybe show me that. I don't want to see her origin. Even if it is
like what turned her. She was always a bitch, but this is what turned her into a cunt. Give me $12 and you can see.
Right. And it's like, oh, would I watch a murder show? Like, well, he was just Robert was a nice boy until he murdered the two people he did a podcast with. Like, I'd probably watch this story to see how you came that way. Like if I was on the outside looking in, but it's like, this person just murdered dogs and loved it. I'd be like, no. I'll see a million people die. I don't want to watch a dog die. And if you're the person that is responsible for those dogs dying, no, I don't want to see your backstory. I'm out. Unless it's Michael Vick, and that would probably be because it was more football related instead of dog related.
Yeah, I mean the Michael Vick thing. It's just because he
broke Madden, and I'm really curious,
football.
and I'm always attached to him from that.
I'm trying to think of like other old Disney movies. Like, why would we want to watch something? And I can't think of any of them. Like, I don't know. Actually, never saw Fantasia.
Fox and the Hound, if they like had a podcast, would be pretty crazy.
Hey, you know what we should do?
We should hate each other, but we don't.
Let's have an origin story on Hook and see if he was like a nice pirate before Peter Pan showed up.
Oh shit, they kind of did, didn't they?
No, Hook was. That's not what Hook was. Hook was actually about when Peter Pan became older and moved away from Netherland and grew into a grown man and was kind of a dick. So Hook kidnapped his kids to make him come back and fight him.
Okay.
Hook was always a dick.
That was Robin Williams, right?
Yeah. I mean, they did do Maleficent. I didn't see it. I don't really remember Maleficent in the first place. There's too many Disney movies now, man. You used to be able to scroll through them in like
Snow
8
White.
movies.
Yeah, like I don't want the witch's backstory. Like, hey, let's poison this girl.
Hey, let's have the backstory.
Is that what happened? I don't know.
Let's have the backstory of the guy that was a camouflage dick from Monsters, Inc. I want to see what really made him tick.
I don't want the backstory of this rapey guy that kissed Sleeping Beauty. I don't want that. Like, oh, you don't know this chick? You're not even gonna ask for consent. You're just gonna kiss her? Okay. No thanks.
Let me get the backstory for the Mad Hatter. He seemed like a fun guy.
That was the rabbit, right?
Well, yeah. Sorry. I think. I don't know. I haven't seen any of these movies in 20 years.
Yeah, it's been a minute. So yeah, I don't want backstories for mostly Cruella de Vil.
Yeah, if your entire character like drive was to kill puppies just so you could make a fucking coat, I don't like you. You know what? Canceled.
Cruella
Calling
de
it
Vil,
out.
you're
Canceled.
All right. That's all I have to say about that. Let's move on, fellas. Let's move on before I get even more angry. And also a comeback kid. Now, this is crazy because football just ended last week with the Sam Houston State Bearcats winning their first ever national title in Division I football. But football is also back this week because did you know there's a league going on? It's called the Spring League, the TSL. My dad called me this Saturday and was like, hey, what is the TSL? And I was like, I don't know what that means. And I thought it meant like it was some like computer thing. And it was like, he's like, no, they're playing it at Rice on Fox Sports 1. And I was like, okay. And so I turned it on and it's like, just like amateur football. And some of the guys, like one of the guys played in the XFL for the New York team. So it's like, I guess they're just guys, just trying to get out there, grind it out and play football.
Love the game. Yeah, no, I watched only about 20 seconds of it, but I was scrolling through TV like a week and a half ago and I saw the Spring Football League and I was like, what the fuck is this? Awesome. Let's do this.
Yeah, so I saw the Jousters playing the Sea Lions. That was the game that I watched at Rice Stadium. Yeah, great names. So I looked up like TSL team names. They have some pretty solid names. The Alphas, the Aviators, the Conquerors, the Linemen, the Blues, the Generals, and then, like I already said, the Jousters and the Sea Lions. Kevin Gilbride, former offensive coordinator for the two-time Super Bowl champion Giants under his tenure. He is the head coach of the Jousters. Pretty crazy stuff. Jerry Glanville is the head coach.
He's in this one too?
Yeah, he is the head coach of the Conquerors.
Did you say one of them was named the Lineman?
The Lineman, yes.
Like not like, I'm assuming their logo isn't offensive lineman. It was like, guys that work on like
power guys.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
But
what a weird fucking name. That's awesome though. What a weird name.
I would want to be on the Alphas for sure. And then the Sea Lions and then the Jousters. Those are definitely the top three names. Like you want to be an Alpha for sure.
Yeah.
Then like Sea Lion is just cool. And then a Jouster, that just sounds badass. And like I'm medieval as fuck, I've always said jousting should be a sport we should bring back. Me and I think Dusty Rhodes during one of the quarantine episodes last year, we're talking about how jousting, like, why is that not like that could have been a quarantine sport?
Yeah, I think I agree 100% with your list of top three right there.
Like it's hard to argue, I guess. Like Sea Lions is just too cool.
Yeah, like that's an awesome name.
And then jousting is just, I've always wanted to joust.
Yeah, jousting does sound very fun.
So yeah, Spring League is back. But then my dad was also joking that like they were just letting them maul each other without throwing flags. We eventually did see a flag, and I was thinking like it would be cooler if like in leagues that aren't the NFL, like the XFL, I'd be cool if they established as an owner of an XFL franchise. Shout out to the undefeated Houston Roughnecks, no big deal. But as an owner of an XFL franchise, I think we should maybe move away from referees with flags. And this could eventually be adopted into the NFL, I think. But hear me out. What is better than like seeing a yellow flag getting thrown across the field? It's like, okay, what? Like you didn't see it maybe, then you have to wait till like the little flag icon comes down on the screen. It says, oh, flag on the play. There's nothing worse. You see your guy run a kickback, and then he scores a touchdown on a punt return or whatever. And then you see like they're celebrating 2 seconds later, you see the flag icon pop up because you didn't see the flag get thrown. What we should do to avoid that from happening, have them have flare guns instead of flags. You're not going to miss a flare. Just, yep, flare on the play. Yeah, I know that. I can just stop running if it's a hole. Like, I think it's way more badass. Also, a flare gun, like you're gonna notice that. When the penalty is a penalty that's occurring. You can't be like, I didn't see the flag. You're gonna always know. And
I think flare
that would be badass.
Confetti.
Flare is
confetti too. maybe that is a backup.
I was gonna say I think Flair is the way to go, but 2 possible substitutes for that: Roman candles. So like if you miss the first one, 6 more are coming out of there. You're bound to see one of them. Or if like every ref just carried like a firework mortar. So like if it happens, you got to shoot up, and a gigantic firework goes off in the stadium. Because these are all going to be open air stadiums, so it'll be fine.
And I mean, let me see where is the TSL? They play 4 teams play at Rice Stadium, and then the other 4 play at Lucas Oil. So that actually I think is a indoor stadium, so maybe not the best idea. But
okay, so maybe Roman candles.
They
Roman
have
candles
to be
because they don't go too high.
retractable roofs. Yeah, you can put some like flame retardant stuff up on the roof.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I think flares go pretty high. So I think that has maybe in Rice
they shoot flares, fireworks in stadiums all the time.
But do they do it in the indoor ones?
Yeah, because it's always like smoky, and like the Georgia Dome when they would do that shit,
That's
it's
true.
Like Monday Night Football, you'd come in, it'd be all smoked up. Yeah.
But I don't think they send super high ones though, do they?
I mean, we just get the lesser ones.
We'll have the science nerds figure out what kind of flare.
Yeah, we're the ideas guys, not the execution guys. But I think a flare gun would look cool. One, you're gonna make the officials feel like they're more powerful. So like people aren't gonna be talking shit to the officials as much because like that guy's got a holster with a fucking flare gun on it.
I just picture now.
It probably wouldn't kill you, but I don't want a flare getting shot at me. No, thank you.
Somebody's yelling at the ref, and he just lifts up his pants, like his shirt, a little bit to show the flare gun tucked in the front.
Or he's just got tucked behind his back pocket when he's like sneaking into the stadium running late.
Bro, I got that thing on me. You don't want me to shoot that flag.
He's on his way home. He's on his way home from the game, and he gets pulled over. Like, anything I need to know about, sir? He's like, actually, reaches into the glove box. He's like, yeah,
I'm strapped. Man, car breaks down, you'll see me for miles.
Right? There's lots of situations. I just think let's replace football flags with flares.
I like that. I'm actually 100% on board with that.
That way everybody can see it. Nobody's gonna miss it. Here we are. We're ideas guys. Again,
I love it.
That's what we do on this podcast. We come up with ideas. We improve things. And you're welcome, football. You're welcome for our contribution to the game. I'd like to be invited to some sort of Hall of Fame ceremony, not for ourselves necessarily, but like so we could just see somebody that we like get inducted to the Hall of Fame. That would be cool. If Eli gets in, when Eli gets in, just maybe send me some tickets. Let me go hang up there, and then you guys can like just put a flare gun there and be like, "This was because of Past Year podcast. We got the idea."
In 10 years, when Aaron gets in, I should be there.
You think he's gonna go in as a Bronco or a Packer?
Don't think it's going to be a Bronco. I also don't think it's going to be a Packer. No, like when he goes in, he'll be like Packers shit. Like he'll be wearing that. I'm saying that
like it's only baseball that you go in as one of those. That's why I like doing that with football.
I don't know. I don't care. Fuck you.
You just have a bust of your face. Like you don't have a hat on like you do in baseball.
Aaron's bust is going to have a Packers hat on it.
If it had to have like a helmet, it would be a Packers helmet for sure.
Yeah.
I would assume.
This is making me sad again.
Football's back. Also related to football, Ben McAdoo is back. Former Giants head coach is now a specialist, assistant, whatever. Like he's got a weird title with the Dallas Cowboys.
You said assistant. Wasn't he the head coach for a couple games?
He was the head coach of the Giants.
I thought you said Giants assistant coach though.
No, former Giants coach.
Oh.
Now he's an assistant of some sort, in some capacity, an advisor to the Cowboys. Got hired today, and he was always good at beating the Cowboys.
Awesome.
He was always good at beating the Cowboys because the Cowboys did at one point. I think they went 13-3 one year, and they like sat everybody the final week of the season against the Eagles because they already clinched everything. But then their 2 like real losses were the Giants, and it was Ben McAdoo. He couldn't do it. Like they had that one magic run with Ben McAdoo, and then Aaron Rodgers had that Hail Mary in the playoffs to like beat him at halftime. And I don't know. Aaron Rodgers finally got one back on the Giants. The Giants had gotten Aaron Rodgers a couple times.
Yeah. Shut up.
No, I'm just saying. So like that was our like come up. It's from Aaron Rodgers, and it was just Odell boat trip, all that shit. But that was Ben McAdoo's fault. So I hope the Cowboys like boat trips. Hope you like that.
I mean, they're going to be going on plenty in the offseason because they ain't going nowhere in the playoffs.
It's a very good point. It's a very good point. So football back, and I guess because this is still football related, Julio Jones is incorporated into this. So are the Cowboys, because Julio Jones, Falcons wide receiver, top 5 receiver in the league, probably still top 5 receiver in the league, I would say. He has, there's been rumors that he wanted out. So Shannon Sharp called him without letting him know he was on the air and was like, "Hey, yo, you stay in Atlanta?" He's like, "No, man, I'm out." And like, he got him on speakerphone on his television show. And Julio Jones is like, "Oh, no, man, I'm out." And he was like, "You going to Dallas?" And he said, "No, I want to win." So he, like, bad news for Falcons fans, hilarious news if you just hate the Cowboys.
Yeah. Also, it wouldn't have been possible for him to go to the Cowboys anyway, unless he was like traded straight up for Amari Cooper. Because otherwise, it's just
the Cowboys
too much money.
like love just like being like, we'll figure it out. And Jerry's like, "Hey, money doesn't apply to us." Like, Jerry, there's a cap. There's a cap.
All right, we'll just get rid of some of them defensive players. Look at our offense; it's so good.
Dak, Zeke, this one offensive lineman, Amari, and Julio. You guys can just run out there and figure it out. You and Julio down by the schoolyard. Just do that, Dak.
It's going to be so funny watching Dak suck for the next couple of years on that massive contract.
I love it.
Like, Fitzpatrick is beating them at least once this year with the R words. And
the WFTs. I mean, Danny Dimes, he's going to take it to him.
Yeah, but I'm saying, like,
of the NFC East, obviously.
Even the team that doesn't have a quarterback, so they're just like, get Ryan Fitzpatrick. He's going to beat the Cowboys at least once. He's always good to fuck up the Cowboys with his Fitzmagic.
Yeah.
I love
Looking forward
that,
to that for sure.
Yeah,
Dallas is going to be fun to watch this year, I think.
They're going to be funny to watch.
For me. Funny. Yes.
Like, I don't even, like, even if the Packers suck, because, we weren't anticipating this and we got a new quarterback, which we won't. Jordan Love's a future Hall of Famer. It's just what the Packers do. It'll be funny watching the Cowboys not achieve what they're supposed to with a team this good and all these high-priced players on offense. It's going to be funny to watch.
I agree.
It's going to be a good year, boys. Just one way or another, it's going to be a good year.
It's only getting better. So yeah, that's it. That's our Comeback Kids segment, brought to you by our good friends, our old but new friends at Bee's Knees Honey Company. Thanks for coming back on board. Before we move into the What Would Jesus Do segment, remember that you can contribute with us. That's actually the only way we're going to continue this segment is with your contributions. So hit us up. Let's load us up with some WWJDs. Use the hashtag PTG WWJD to @PassTheGravyPod on Twitter. I'm at Alex J. Middleton. Pat's at NotPatDan. Robert is at Robert Barbosa03. Hashtag PTG WWJD. And, throw Jesus in a modern day situation he might find himself in. We always had those WWJD bracelets growing up, but they never told us what he would do. So we'll tell you what Jesus would do. Hit us up. Hashtag PTG WWJD to @PassTheGravyPod. This is the What Would Jesus Do segment.
Jesus, what would Jesus do? Jesus, what would Jesus do? Put him in a situation in a modern time. If he wrote this jingle, do you think he'd make it rhyme? So think about this crazy world in which we live today, and how would Jesus handle it in any given way?
Alrighty.
It gets scarier every week with that.
It does. If you're watching the video version, Pat is increasingly
horrifying
during the intros parts of the segment. This week's What Would Jesus Do comes to us from our buddy Raimundo Benavidez at KMundoB on Twitter. He is the reigning man of the year for Pass the Gravy podcast. And Mundo says, how would Jesus celebrate Memorial Day? Would he float the river, barbecue, travel? This is Memorial Day weekend coming up. First off, remember why it's a holiday? He would probably respect the troops. That's probably what he would do.
Well, I mean, but with his activity, he would walk the river.
Respectfully.
Like, that way you didn't have to, like, overhand, like, alley-oop, over the shoulder, throw a beer to somebody else. Jesus just walking there next to you on the water. He's like, no, I'll just go hand it to him. Bam. No loss, no river litter, because he's handing everything to everyone.
A river, like, are those our only like options, or like could he do other things?
Well, I mean, during the day, he's going to walk the river. Then at night, probably going to have a nice little bonfire, cook some barbecue, and have some beers with the boys and the gals.
Right. I don't know. I feel like he could be. He doesn't like. I just don't think he's a river floating kind of guy.
That's why he's not floating it. He's walking it because she just walks on water.
But he just hangs out with the gang while they do that. I feel like he's more just a barbecue dude. Like JC has a barbecue. They got a baseball game on. He's watching them wearing their camo caps. He's just chilling with the boys. Except maybe Judas. Judas probably not. He's probably not involved.
I only brought one rack of ribs, but we've got 80 people here. Did you only bring one, or did you bring 20? And he just multiplies it. It's a
miracle. Yep, he'd be great at that. He's the perfect guy to have at a barbecue.
The keg's tapped. Is it? Check again. Boom.
It's wine. Wow. It's a wine keg.
They have those.
That's pretty neat.
Yeah.
I mean, I would imagine you could put anything in a keg.
You could. I mean, hell, you could put Hawaiian Punch if you wanted to.
That'd be pretty cool to have in a keg.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to stick with he's going to walk the river.
Robert for Christmas. We'll just get Robert a keg of Hawaiian Punch. But like with a kegerator. So like he has to set it up, but it's still just like, Hawaiian Punch on tap. Nothing better.
Feel like you're Mr. Deeds.
Actually, yeah, we'd get you the water fountain. Yeah. It's Hawaiian Punch. I think he'd be a barbecue guy after he respected the troops.
I'm going with walk the river. What do you think, Robert?
I'm gonna say he can do all of them, right? He can be anywhere at all times, so he can do all three of those things. He can float the river, he could travel, he could barbecue. He'll find time to do all three of them.
Whatever you're doing this Memorial Day, just know that Jesus is doing it with you.
He would probably have a charity float and barbecue for families of fallen soldiers.
I bet he would. Yeah. Sounds like JC.
Yeah. Raise money for the families.
There we go. What a great guy. What a great guy. So hashtag WWJD or hashtag PTG WWJD at Pass Grade Pod if you'd like to submit your What Would Jesus Do scenarios. We're only going to do this until we run out of them. So keep submitting them and we'll keep doing them. Let's get to the not cool segment. Before we do that, we got to tell you about a couple of our best friends in the entire world. First off, if something that's not cool is when you have aches and pains. Something that is pretty cool is AlamoRemedy.com, the best CBD on the planet. AlamoRemedy.com. Use our promo code PTG at checkout. You can get 10% off of your order, and it's the best, man. I was using some of the cucumber melon lotion on my back. I slept weird on it and felt much better. They also have lip balms that you can get as well. They have the capsules, they have the tincture oil, they have the gummies. I really enjoy the gummies as well. And then they have the new hemp flower. It's not as new, it's new though, but it's hemp flower. It's 100% legal. It is $19.99, and it is just it's the male flower of the THC or the whatever the plant is that grows weed, but it's not weed. It is legal, 100% purchasable, and it gives you all like the cool effects without like the nervousness, the anxiety, the awkwardness in public. So you'll be able to work, you'll be able to do whatever you want to do just while feeling kind of chilled out. You can smoke it, you can roll it up, you can cook with it, you can do all kinds of stuff with it. Head over to AlamoRemedy.com. Use our promo code PTG at checkout for 10% off of your order. Alamo Remedy CBD, the best CBD products on the planet, and one of the sponsors of our Not Cool segment this week. Our other segment of our Not Cool segment, or other sponsor of our Not Cool segment. Not segment
I was going to let it go. Our
other sponsor of our Not Cool segment is our good buddies at Southern Star Brewing Company, the best beer in all the land. I don't know if you guys know this, this coming Saturday, May 29th, at the brewery, we will have Past the Gravy's Darlin' Like a Marlin Blackberry Sour beer release. It is like we had Dave on during the pandemic, had one of those quarantine episodes with him, and I was like, let me throw out some beer ideas, like some beer names for you. and I just rapid fired him with him. And Darling Like a Marlin, he was like, you know what? Like, let's earmark this one. Let's earmark this one. And then Keith, our buddy, like he's the guy that created the opportunity for us to like be with the Southern Star group. He was the recipient of the Darling Like a Marlin award at the Gravies this past year during our Christmas Spectacular. And he, you know, had a little pull. So he was like, why don't we do Darling Like a Marlin for one of our summer limited releases? That's what they're doing. We got our own beer. It's going to be the blackberry sour. We didn't really pick the, like, people were like, why'd you pick a sour? I was like, I don't know. I just said like,
because they said it was available.
And they were like, what if we did the blackberry sour? I was like, let's do that. That sounds great. I'm stoked about it. And Darling Like a Marlin blackberry sour coming out. We're actually going to go up, Pat and I, tomorrow. We're going to do some promotional stuff with Southern Star. We're going to get to put some labels on some cans, maybe drink some of the first cans of it. I'm pretty excited about it. Today was canning day at the brewery, and Keith has been sending me pictures and videos of them doing that. And I'm so excited. Like it's one of the coolest things that's ever happened in my life personally, is that like they're making a beer after us. But I'm stoked about it. Come hang out with us this Saturday. Starting at noon is when the entire event opens up. You can come up to the brewery, have as much of the Darling Like a Marlin that you want. They also have all their other beers. They have ciders up there. They have wines as well, if you know beer is not your thing. And then the Southern Brunch, that's awesome too. The citrus shandy, it's like a beer mimosa. You'll like that even if you don't like beer. But come on over, try our beer. It's gonna be awesome. Thing starts at noon. We are going to do a live podcast at 2:00. We're going to talk to Dave, I believe, the founder of Southern Star, about the beer for just a little bit. And then we're going to do a Not Cool segment. We're going to do some Not Cools here. There are some that we got late that I'm just going to push to the Saturday episode. And then we're also going to take live Not Cools as well. We're going to do some answers that I got from you guys already. And then we're going to take live answers, questions as well. I'm pretty stoked about it, man. This is like the first one we've done since things have really started opening back up 100%. And I'm hoping it's a great turnout. I'm hoping you guys come out there. I'm hoping y'all all love the beer. And I'm hoping that y'all leave with a ton of Southern Star. If you're drinking a Southern Star, tag them, Southern Star Brewing Co. at Southern Star BC on Twitter and Instagram. Let them know you're supporting the people that are supporting the podcast. Southern Star is really like the OGs with Pass the Gravy. Like they bought into us, and they've ridden with us for a long time. They always give us that brewery they basically let us like do whatever the fuck we want whenever we go up there as like part of our show or anything like that. Like we're like, hey, can we do some sort of event? Like, yeah, just have the brewery go, which is a lot of trust to have in us, and we appreciate that. We love them. And
a whole lot.
And I'm really excited to see our Southern Star family on Saturday. Please come join us, 3525 North Fraser Street up in Conroe. Again, it starts at noon. We're going to do a live podcast at 2. We'll be hanging out with you guys before and after. And then at 6:00, they have a rumble in the brewery. They have amateur wrestling going down in the tap room. That's going to be fucking awesome. So come hang out for all of it. Southern Star Brewing Company, the best beer on the planet, and the official sponsor, along with Alamo Remedy CBD, of the Not Cool segment that begins now.
Not cool, man. Dude, that's not cool.
Not cool. Not cool.
Dude, that's not cool. Not cool, man. Dude, that's not cool.
Not cool. Not cool.
Dude, that's not cool. Not cool. Not cool.
I'll start. I have a couple. This is kind of this one just was like not even, I didn't intend to talk about it, but today I just kind of saw a bunch of this. The Dodgers are in town playing the Astros in a 2-game series. And there were Dodgers fans. They were like marching through downtown Houston with their gear. They were yelling cheaters at the game. And then just like, I don't know. Let's all just chill the fuck out on that. Like everybody's like the term rent free. I heard somebody talking about that. They're like, what does it really mean? But rent free, really, we need to like cool it on that, because anytime anytime the Dodgers try and say like Astros cheated or whatever, everybody be like, oh, rent free. And then like when the Astros have like anti-Dodgers shirts and stuff, or talk shit about the Dodgers, and the Dodgers fans are like, rent free, living rent free in your head. And it's like Yankees fans do that too. I'm a Yankees fan, but like I try to not be that guy. Like that goes on a lot of teams that do that, especially with the Astros cheating stuff from 2017. But like what really stuck out to me yesterday was I saw a lot of the I saw that like there's the ceremonial play ball guy that gets to like, all right, we're gonna go Robert, and then you'll be like, play ball on the microphone. Well, the guy that did that was like 2017 world champs. It was like, that would be awesome to own all the haters if the team you're talking about, like they are playing, didn't just win the World Series. Like the current World Series champs would be the one team that doesn't really work on. And I feel like I saw a lot of that. And then when there was a chirp back from one group, whether it be Dodgers or Astros, the other's like, can you believe these idiots? It's just like, guys, let's all just chill the fuck out. Like, we get it. I'm over 2017. The 2017 World Series, it's official, man. It happened. Let's just fucking chill the fuck out about it. It's easier said than done, at least, because I'm done with it. But it's like bragging about it more, like, dude, you don't have to validate it to anybody. You don't have to validate it to anybody.
But that's
like, nobody's more upset that you're saying 2017 world champs 4 years later. Nobody's more upset that you're still saying it. It's just, it's becoming a Cowboys like 5 rings type thing.
I disagree. Here's why it's different. Is most of the people I think are like you. Everyone's moved on. Even most Dodgers fans have moved on. It is what it is. The reason it's so constantly perpetuated is because everything lives online now. And it could be 5 loud assholes from any fan base can drive a narrative completely against another fan base. And that's what it is with Dodgers assholes. Or I just said Dodgers assholes. Dodgers Astros is that it's the loud minority on each side that are just like, most Dodgers fans don't care, but all the Dodgers are like, yeah, cheating, you fucking stole from it. Like, dude, you just won a World Series. Why do you still care about something 4 fucking years ago? So then we're like, there's people like me that'll be like, dude, you just won. Why the fuck do you care?
Right. And
but then I get mad, and then I go, but also, you're going to act like you guys weren't doing nothing. I mean, another dude just came out and didn't name you guys, but said you guys were fucking doing it. And when Carlos Correa told Cody Bellinger to shut the fuck up, the reason Cody Bellinger shut the fuck up is because somebody probably went, hey, Cody, we know you weren't here yet, but we did all this too. And then that's what it is, because it's all speculation. Everybody knows people were doing shit, except for the fan bases that don't want to know.
Or just refuse to believe it, yeah.
And refuse to believe it. And everything lives so goddamn online that all it takes is ignorant people to rile up 5,000 people on one side, and then one ignorant person on that side can rile up 5,000 on the other side, and then it just fucking snowballs.
And also, I am a huge hypocrite because I'm also the guy that's like, fuck the Dallas Cowboys. But if you're like, fuck the Giants, like, how dare you? How fucking dare you say that? You know, I get that. But it's like over the weekend, everybody, like the same people, they're like, can you believe these Dodgers fans yelling cheaters in our own stands? Like those are the same people that were retweeting like, yes, King, go off, to the guy that was like, where's Mike Fiers? You're a little rat. You're like the guy yelling that at the A's dugout. It's like, they're both funny.
Oh, I will definitely be that guy.
Like, you get it though. Like, it's like, y'all can't celebrate one and then like be like, how dare you do this and the other when it is essentially the same exact thing. And it's just, I don't know. I think the whole thing is played out on everybody's end. I'm not singling out just Astros fans or Dodgers fans or Yankees fans or Red Sox fans or insert any team fan base. It's just like, let's just leave 2017 alone. I don't know. I mean, man.
If I go to an A's game and
the haters aren't still furious that you're saying you're the 2017 champs. That's all I'm saying. Like, I'm not mad when you say it. I think it looks a little silly that you're still like bragging about it. Win another one. Go.
100% though. But if I go to an A's game and I'm near the bullpen, I'm shouting at Mike Fiers the entire game.
Right. I guess it's with Mike Fiers, it's just directed at one person.
Or I would try and act like I wasn't an Astros fan and I would just be searching for autographs. They'd be like, Mike, can I get an autograph? When he says yes, I'd pull a rat out of my pocket and toss it down to him. Big sign that, you fuck.
That'd be good. But then like some like the signs, man, like the trash can stuff, they're not original. Like, dude, I'm gonna bring a trash can to Minute Maid Park. I'm gonna call them the Trash Trucks.
There was a great one.
Gonna get them.
There was a great one that the Dodgers fan had there, and it wasn't a shit talking one. The Doyers fan had it, and it wasn't a shit talking one. It was, he had printed out the tweet saying the Dodgers have traded, I can't remember who, to the Astros for minor league first baseman Yordan Alvarez.
Oh yeah, he was coming in peace.
Yeah, he was just like, holding the sign with a sad face. I was like, that's funny. Like that's what I think most fans are, is people that can make a joke about it, not take it too seriously, and just it is what it is. But that was fun.
Yeah.
Also,
like that shit's cool. But like I saw like a Dodgers fan yesterday also had one. It had like Correa and Altuve's faces on it. I was like, maybe next time they'll think before they cheat. And it was like, are you quoting Carrie Underwood at us? Like, shut up. Like that's not good.
That's
Go
so
home.
bad. It's
throw that
funny,
sign
though.
away. Like I would just be like, we're not gonna let you in the ballpark with that dude. Like it's embarrassing, dude. Just go home. Just throw the sign away or just go home.
I would let that guy in and then immediately turn around and be like, everybody, he's a nerd. And just have all the Astros fans look at this guy and be like, oh, you're not gonna have a fun day today, buddy. Somebody call Clayton, get his ass over here. I love you, Adam.
So that was one of my not cools, and that just happened in the last like 24 hours, which is why I'm bringing it up. And it's like you're allowed to be proud of your championship. I'm not saying like it was earned. It was earned.
Friendly shit talking is fun. But I mean,
like to strangers,
fucking put a cap on it.
Just being like back and forth nonstop. It's like chill out.
I'm gonna throw one in the middle of yours here.
I get it.
Because I know you've got another one, but I need to piggyback on one you just did. Not cool Dodgers fans. Why is whenever, and it's because, did you see the fight? There was a fight at Minute Maid.
Oh, I didn't see the fight at Minute Maid.
It was between two Dodgers fans as they were leaving. Why do Dodgers fans always have to fight?
Well, they have similar interests, so they were probably fighting about like the lineup. Just
Dodgers fans being exactly what people stereotype them as, is just assholes who fight at baseball games. They weren't even fighting any Astros fans. It was just two dudes in Dodgers jerseys punching each other in the face as they're walking out the gate. Like,
notice when it's Dodgers on Astros crime, the media eats it up. But when it's Dodgers on Dodgers crime, nothing.
I'll try and find it and send it to you. It was actually really funny. You're just like, God bless you, Dodgers, for being exactly who we think you are.
Nothing was better than the chick fight at the White Sox game, though. That was.
Oh no, you can't beat that, man.
Electric.
There's so many fights in baseball this year in the stands. It's awesome.
Nature is healing, everybody.
Nature is healing. All right, now back to yours. Sorry, I didn't.
All right, jump in there, my last not cool I have. I'm a DoorDash guy. I always tell you guys I'm a big DoorDash guy. I love it, and I'm a
dash.
I'm a dash hound. You know what I'm saying? But I tip well on these things. Okay, like if it is a short trip that says it's gonna take 30 minutes and I get it, you know, like in an hour or whatever, like I don't care, whatever. I'm not obnoxious about it, but usually I tip at least $10 on the stuff I get. And to me, if like a waiter and stuff, I guess, like it's always been weird to me that you tip based on like whatever the bill is. It's like, yeah, but like you could like still have to carry the same amount of plates for like a $300 meal and a $200 meal and a $100 meal and a $20 meal. Like, you could still theoretically have to carry the same amount of plates, but it's like crazy that you're like, well, because we're at a steakhouse, I guess I'll tip you $97 as opposed to $27 for the same amount of plates and silverware that I was brought out. Like, I think that's always weird to me. But like, I play into the game, you know? So I ordered, Emma got back home from being out of town this Sunday, and I was like, let's order some dinner. So we ordered Shake Shack, and Shake Shack, it was fairly cheap, but I still tipped like $12, $13. It was kind of, getting rainy outside, and I was like, it wasn't pouring, so it wasn't terrible, but I was like, you're driving in the rain a little bit, like, let me tip you, like, it was $13, $15, whatever it was. It was a decent tip, more than like it was suggested at least. And so it took a little while. It was taking a little longer than usual, and I was like, whatever, dude, weather, I don't know. And then it says like so-and-so is approaching. Like, you get a text like, okay, cool, like your order has been confirmed, your order has been picked up, your dasher is on their way. And then it's like your dasher is approaching, and then it'll say your order was dropped off. Because I don't know how to turn it off from COVID, where it used to just be like I just had it when it was an option during COVID to like just leave it at my door. Normally I'll just like, yeah, knock on the door, go answer it, like hey, appreciate it, man, thank you. But now they just leave it at my door. I don't know how to turn that off. So I like, it'll say like, okay, your food was delivered, and they usually take a picture of it. And I got the text that said my food was delivered, so I was like, oh, tight. So I go up to my door, and it wasn't there. My food was not there. And then I started to panic, being like, oh no, where did they deliver it? So then I saw there was a picture of it, but it was just, it looked like the concrete in the apartment that I live in, but it was not my door. And it was like, oh, left at front door. I was like, okay, cool. It was left by like the first door when you walk out of the elevator in my building. They just walked across and just set it there. And so I like hit the like, okay, let me connect my dasher, and like called. I was like, hey, what's up? And she was like, hey. I was like, oh, you didn't leave my food at my door. And she's like, oh, I couldn't find the apartment, so I just set it right by the elevator. And I was like, you didn't like you know, you had my phone number in there. You didn't think maybe I should call the guy? Like maybe I just give him a call. Hey, where are you? Because 100% of the time I'll answer him like, yeah, let me help you out or let me meet you. Like, you got to my floor where there are doors that have the apartment numbers on them. And it is, you guys have been here. Like, you can go right, you go left. There's not like, it's not like a maze after you get to the floor. So she navigated.
It's very simple to find it. It's very easy to find it.
And so she just like, I'm not going to call the guy. I'm not going to go and look for the apartment number. I'm just going to leave it at this apartment because it was closest to the elevator. And I was like, all right, like, you know, with that logic, like, I'm about to one-star the fuck out of you, right? And she was like, no. And
you didn't say that to her.
I did. No, I did. I was pretty mad. I was just like, you like, who, like, what if she had like left it there? I don't know if she knocked or whatever. Like, what if the person that lived there just took it? I was like, cool, we got free food. Then like, that's like that could have happened. That would have been my whole order. And I was just like, I don't like, you just like what the, like I tipped her because I tipped her more than I should have tipped too. Like more than like I usually tip just because it was kind of like raining.
You gotta
and
wait
I was like,
sign.
But like I paid it forward though, right? Like I thought like that's how, like, you know, if you get a good tip, you're gonna be cool. And that's just like, I understand people need to be paid livable wages, all that. But also like when you're working for tips, a lot of times you're making a fuckload of money in cash that you're not reporting, that like you don't have to report as much. And like I'm not saying that you shouldn't be paid more as a server or anything like that, but it's like, if you're working for tips, and like DoorDash always has people that bitch about tips. I tried to do that, and then like you fucking do this shit and just leave it wherever the fuck you think. Like that was the first time I've ever left a 1-star review on like anything.
I couldn't find your apartment, so I literally just left it at a random door. In what world do you think that makes any sort of fucking sense?
I had an Uber Eats guy that got the doors mixed up. He got the numbers mixed up, and I didn't like I just thought he didn't know where we lived and never dropped it off. And then I finally found out where it was, but it was like 2 hours after that. So like I just like contacted Uber Eats and they like credited me for my.
Well, it was like instead not exactly this, but like instead of door 23, like a 32 or something.
Yeah, like it was a mix up. There was like at my old place, there were like 4 numbers. So like he like was like whatever, like 2341, and he left at 4123 or whatever. And I was like, yeah, I mean it's in the app, but okay. Like
it's an honest mistake. This was pure laziness.
I don't know. He still didn't call at that time. And it was like, this makes it so easy to call now. It's just like, what are you doing? Like, I was really upset about it. And it was very fucking like, I'm not like privileged thing, I guess, to be mad about.
No, this is a legitimate thing to be like, no,
that's my whole thing. Is like where they're like, oh, people when I DoorDash, people are the worst. Like, but sometimes the DoorDashers are the worst. Sometimes the DoorDashers can be the worst too. It goes both ways. Yes, there are shitty fucking people that go out to eat and don't tip their servers, but they're also shitty fucking servers.
Yes, and also.
And it's like, I'm not
DoorDashing is not a difficult job in any sense of the fucking word. You're picking up food and you're dropping it off.
I wasn't belittling them though.
The amount of
you know, like
service.
You didn't do what I paid you to do, what I tipped you to do. You didn't do it.
Right? Like the amount of customer service that is necessary for DoorDash to have great customer service is so fucking
just
minimal.
Leave the food at my door. You don't have to knock now.
You don't even have to knock. You just bring it there. And
down.
If you can't find the door,
go.
You call them. And I bet some people are probably annoyed at like, how can you not find it? I don't know, dude. I can't find it. I'm just trying to get you your food. The fact that you go, I can't find it, so I'm just going to leave it at a random door and hopefully they can figure it out. That's the worst. Like I would like,
then when that was her answer, I was supposed to be, oh, okay, that makes sense.
If I was a DoorDash manager, not that they have those, like if you were working for my restaurant and you were delivering food and it came back that you owe, I I couldn't find the apartment number, so I just left it at a different apartment and left it at a random one. I'd be like, okay, well, you're fired. That is so fucking unacceptable. You couldn't find
when
it,
I
so you
delivered
just
pizzas, it was like you found out where they live. Like you didn't like, I didn't just be like, leave it in the stairwell.
No, I've gone on deliveries where I get there, I'm at the door, or I can't quite find it. I call them. They don't answer. Like if it's at that point, or like there's a gate on the neighborhood, and you call over and over, and you can't get in. There's nothing you can do at that point. You leave. But like, that's the only time I've ever not gotten the food to its destination. Did you leave with
the food, and then like it's usually refunded because you like, all right, okay, brought the food back. I get that. Like, yeah, it doesn't make sense. Like, and I've seen like I'm on like a Reddit page where it's just like delivery driver hell or whatever the fuck it is, but it's like just like the DoorDash people I've seen have like had done like way worse, where it's just like, oh, they like left it on the sidewalk in front of the apartments. It's like, wait, what? And it's like, I don't know if the whole story was like, because if you don't answer your phone, like at a certain point, it's like, I don't know what you expect the DoorDasher to do, since it's not like they're like, if you work at at your restaurant, you work at the restaurant, so you can go back and get it credited to their account. I don't necessarily know if a DoorDasher could be like, I'm going to go back to McDonald's, and McDonald's, you guys are good on this, right? Like, no, I don't think that's the way it is. Like, so like, I understand that, but it's just like
how it works when it's
the fact that you just left it like that was, that was what pissed me off. So that was not cool. I was pretty fed up with it.
Yeah, no, I mean, that's just a ridiculously, knowing your setup in your apartment complex and how easy it is to get from your elevator. I was having a
great day. West Ham had qualified for the Europa League. Like, I was flying high, and I was like, and now this shit.
The first time when I got to your apartment complex, I found your door.
And on DoorDash, I have like
it's very simple.
2-paragraph explanation of, you go to this thing, you hit this elevator, you go here, then you go here, then you go here. And it's like, yes, I understand it can be complicated. So if you call me, I'm down to walk you through it. But a lot of times people are, hey, I'm outside, can you meet me? I'm like, you just like, I have the gate code. I have exactly what you need to do that. Like, but like, it's called DoorDash. Dash it to my door, not dash it outside the gate and have me meet you.
It's
I'll give you the gate code. I'll tell you like I gave you the gate code. There you go.
It's not in my vicinity dash.
So those are my not cools. What about you guys?
That's pretty good. So this actually just came to me before we started the podcast. I went to go fill up a big old ice bucket or bowl or whatever. At some point, my sister used all the ice and never replaced it. So it hasn't really cooled any of my beers. I've just got like ice packs in a bowl on top of beers. Hasn't really worked. I've been drinking warm beer, but luckily it's delicious beer, so it's still been good. By the way, drink a Southern Brunch warm versus cold sometime.
It's like orange.
Like normally it was a mimosa. This one is straight up like orange juice when it's warm. It was great. Very intriguing, and I mean, I'm drinking one right now, and it's actually turned out to be pretty nice, but still. That was super not fucking cool. Like because we have ice cube trays. I don't remember
if I talked about it on the podcast. I think I must have mentioned it at some point, but like at one point last year, my refrigerator, like there's a freezer, like it just stopped. The ice maker just stopped, and like I was like, I don't know what to do. And we have the trays, so we were just relying on the trays. But like Wednesdays, I fill up a bucket with beer, and so I would burn through the ice. And there would be Wednesdays where like, like the whole theory is like, okay, well, once a day you go, I'd put it in the ice thing. I'd like clear out the tray and I'd fill it up again. So, you could keep making ice. So you'd have ice, you'd have a bunch of it. And then it was like the podcast would come and I would use all the ice, and then I would forget about it. And then it was like, then the next Wednesday would come around and I was like, fuck, I have no ice. And it was like, that was exactly what happened. Then the freeze happened. And when all the power went out, I think it defrosted our ice maker. And then the ice maker just works now for no reason. Like we didn't do anything. It just started working. Because I remember we heard it like dropping ice at one point, and I was like, is our ice maker making ice again? Like, what's going on? So like, it's like now, like by the one good thing to come out of the freeze was that our ice maker works. Ironically, our ice maker comes from a freeze now. Like we got it back. The freeze gave us our ice back.
Yeah, that didn't happen to me. We just have ice cube trays, and if you empty them and don't replace them, then we have no ice. So, dick move by my sister.
1,000-piece like ice tray, like ice cube trays. Like they need to just have like entire like 100 cube sheets.
Where would that fit?
I don't know.
Like, unless you have like a
Again,
deep freeze.
I fucking give you the ideas. You guys figure it out.
No.
In theory, it makes sense.
My other ones were just having to wake up at 4:00 to go to the airport. I would have rather not done it. It actually wasn't bad, and I like driving, but still, just waking up early to do shit. And then I came home and went back to sleep before going to work. I
realized this while we were playing Xbox last night. We no big deal. We were squadding up, playing some COD. We got a couple dubs last night anyways. But Pat realized this while we were doing that, and just like the sadness in his voice was not reflected the way he just was telling that story, because he was like, oh, that is tomorrow. Like, guys, I gotta drive my sister to the airport at 4 a.m. And like, he was so sad. He was so sad.
I was not thrilled.
And he texted me this morning. He's like, oh, okay. Hey, I may actually get to listen to the show.
Yeah, because that's another one.
If you're on your way home from the airport, no, you won't.
I thought Rod Ryan started at 5 until I was driving home, and at 5:08, I had still not heard any of y'all's voices. And I was like, what's going on? And I looked it up, and it's like from 6 o'clock to whatever. And I was like, God damn it. God damn it. Just compounding all of my not fucking cools together.
But you did it, though. You did it, and now you had a full day.
Yeah. I went back to sleep, but when I got home, but
you
woke up at my normal time. I did. And my last one, it's not even really mine. It was for my friend. She texted me Monday morning that her cat died in her arms on Sunday, driving it to the emergency vet. Her cat Penny, that she had probably. I mean, the cat was probably like 14. So it had a good long life, but still, whenever you lose a pet, it's not cool. So, Mish, I'm sorry. I miss Penny too.
That sucks. T's and P's, man.
Yeah, follow that, Robert.
Penny. Yeah,
R.I.P. Penny.
What you got to beat that?
Have you guys seen the local market New Era hats?
Yes.
Oh, are those the city ones?
The bad
ones. Area code. Didn't they pull them all already?
They did.
But Houston had a snake on it, because you guys know I can't go to Houston without seeing a snake.
Those were the Firefest of hats. Like, at the last second, like, whoever had got the contract to do this was like, oh shit, I mean, Texas has snakes, so snake on it. Georgia, peaches, and so every area code associated, just do it. And then the ML New Era got him and was like, the fuck is it? It was literally the cheese sandwich from Firefest equivalent of a fucking baseball hat.
It was like they had all right, so we're gonna have the team logo in the middle, obviously, and then we're gonna have, like, if the city has a slogan, let's throw that on there. So like Houston Clutch City, nailed it. And then we need 4 more spots on the hat to have, like, other than the area codes, we need 4 other like things that are representative of that city. So it's like Texas flag, nailed it, cool. And then they like run out of ideas on some of the cities, so they were like snake. All right, that's useful.
I mean,
you didn't put like a cup of lean, like, I don't know, 50 Cent would have made more sense.
Dude, a cup of lean would have been perfect, or I don't know, a fucking rocket ship. We're space.
I think we did have a rocket ship. I think we did have a rocket ship.
Oh, we did. I didn't. All I saw was the snake, and which I saw that you also immediately did.
Flag.
We both tweeted immediately at Patrick McClellan.
Yeah. Because he's a big
goddamn
Snake
City.
And he said we are expanding, which do not give Patrick McClellan your money for Snake City. He'll just buy more snakes. He thinks that buying more snakes is going to fix the problem. It just makes there a more problem. The snake problem gets worse. Okay, Pat? They just procreate. I can't even get talking about Snake City.
Hybrid raptor snakes.
It's only getting worse.
The Royals changed their Twitter bio. I think they changed it back, but they had it located in Kansas City, Missouri. We love Kansas area code, saxophones, the flag of Kansas City, pigs, Missouri, and the 1985 World Series.
They did have a saxophone on there. That was weird. Where it's like, I feel like maybe that would be like
New Orleans. Like, but there's not a team in New Orleans. But like nobody thinks of
New Orleans,
Kansas City.
Barbecue,
right? Like some ribs.
Like, that's the whole thing. Is like, people don't fucking, like, you can't just load it up. You can do like
And they looked like shit.
Like I don't know. I think when they do the like they sell these in the like the lids store, and like I'm always tempted. Like I'm always tempted to get like one of the Yankees hats, but I think Yankees hats are like one of those where it's like they're so like pure. Like there's like such like it's like such like an old school hat. I mean, where it's like like if you can't get like a weird looking Red Sox hat to me, it's like no.
I don't know.
Just
I
buy
got,
the
like,
fucking.
of them.
But just buy like those all like do you have like a green of like non St. Patrick's Day one? Do you have like a purple and white one? Like all those.
No,
are, like,
not
weird
like
to
that.
Me.
But it's like
no.
it's all
you
like
buy a Red
blues
Sox
and
hat.
and
The Red Sox hat that they wear, you buy that. With you, if you're a Yankees fan, you buy the Yankees hat that they wear, the one fucking hat they wear, and that's it. But I do think that every year they have the 4th of July ones, sometimes that aren't like the camo ones or whatever they do. Like they have just like the American flag on it. And I think that looks cool. It's on the side of the hat. If you put like I have a Rockets hat that I really like that has the Rockets logo on the front, and then it just has the state of Texas, like the Texas flag on the side of it. And I think it looks fucking sick. Like, if you just have the state of Texas, I guess they have the Rangers, so it's a little bit different. But, like, even if them and the Rangers both had it, like, a Texas flag would look kind of cool. Robert has that Apollo landing anniversary one, and I think that looks cool.
Sick.
But it's just one thing.
Terrible.
It's not like they threw that, like, the, like, Apollo landing with the eagle and the moon or whatever, and then they threw 37 other stickers and patches on it. I think it looks trashy.
That's what it looks like is they went to Hobby Lobby, found a bunch of patches and just like heat fucking stuck them onto the side of an already made hat. That's what all of these look like. And they look terrible.
I'm very weird about baseball team hats specifically. Like it bugs the fuck out of me. Like when a baseball team does not just have a letter on their thing. Like if you have a little bit of the logo, but like a letter is incorporated, I'm okay with it. The Astros, I always sort of gave a pass on the star logo because I was like, it sort of looks like an A. The H and the star looks fucking clean as shit. NY, Yankees looks awesome. Red Sox, the B looks cool. I even give it, like, if it's just SOX for the White Sox, that's cool. But, like, when the fucking Cleveland Indians just had Chief Wahoo, I just fucking hated it. Like,
Loved it.
I've hated the Indians, like, forever, specifically because they had, like, I didn't like their hats.
Bro, I think
like,
we've
like
done
baseball
this before.
Baseball teams have the letter on there.
You can't tell me the Orioles with the sick ass bird on there.
That's the one thing that I sort of give an exception to because it's just too cool.
It's so dope.
But like the Rays, when they have that stupid looking fucking Ray that like takes up 75% of the hat.
It was a D.
No, the Rays.
But no, yeah, I'm thinking of the old school when it was the
well,
Devil Rays. The Ray was like in the shape of a D, though.
Right, but not a DR. You have to abbreviate both.
They're not the Dominican Republic.
They're not trying to. Rays. They were the Devil Rays, not the Devils. The TB looks clean, the way it is. The Blue Jays, I sort of give a pass because it's kind of a throwback. But like, I don't know. The Blue Jays just have such cool jerseys, so I give them a pass. But like, I don't know. It bugs me when people just have like when teams have the fucking. I love college baseball when you just see like teams that like I don't know any of their logos besides the like whatever the animal is or whatever their mascot is, and it's like, oh, okay, like that's what they're gonna use is the logo. Like I think that looks cool, but like.
You know what is awesome?
I could go on all day about what pisses me off about hats.
The Brewers.
And then get into pinstripes and baseball teams. Like, no, I'll tell you the teams that can wear pinstripes. Most teams cannot wear pinstripes.
The Brewers hat.
The Brewers, because it does have letters on it.
Because it's a logo of a glove, but the glove's letters like spell MB in the glove. Like that's a. So I allow
that. That is a really cool way to put your letters together. We could go down every team. For real, and like I would be fine with that, but I'm not going to because I know people have probably already heard this and they'll be mad.
Yeah, we've definitely done this before.
I have another one too. I bought a couch like May 3rd, and I'm doing like a installments, paying it over the 3 months. First payment is due next week. The couch still hasn't shipped yet. So
wait. I thought it's like you get to live on it for however long. And then it's the installment.
I thought you made the payments and then you got the couch. Or is that just layaway? That's layaway.
That's layaway. I buy the thing, they send it to me, then pay it off. But
is layaway still a thing?
Yeah, people still do it.
Okay.
Yeah, but like I'm gonna start paying for this couch that hasn't even shipped yet. The company is located here in Houston.
Like, what are they building it? Like, what are they doing?
I have no idea.
You guys deliver 1 million couches a day?
They should just show up with a truck and be like, "Give me my couch."
I got a truck. I'm a truck guy. If you need me to show up with you, I got it.
I thought about that. Like, I feel like at this point it would have been much faster.
Me and Alex will show up and be your muscle.
I've been Robert's muscle before. I'm a real friend of Robert's. Like I've helped him move before, so no big deal. Not to brag.
I'm the muscle. I'm the muscle. Alex is the mouth. We're like Andre the Giant and what's his name from Princess Bride.
Didn't watch Princess Bride yet. Still.
Oh my God! Watch Princess Bride. It's so good.
I just haven't done it yet.
I just want to be.
Anybody want a peanut?
Anybody want a peanut?
Which is my impression of Jason Segel from I Love You Man doing that impression.
Yeah, impressions of impressions are the best.
That is. That's true. Like everybody's Christopher Walken impression. Most of them are Jay Moore's Christopher Walken impression.
100%. That's 100% what I do.
That's mine too. And it's like that doesn't sound 100% like Christopher Walken, but I'm getting further away from Christopher Walken because I'm being somebody else being Christopher Walken.
It's every Christopher Walken impression sounds like an impression of somebody doing Christopher Walken because nobody can do Walken except for Walken and what's his name from Usual Suspects.
Frank
and
Caliendo.
He was it. No,
Frank
God damn it!
Caliendo.
Fuck you. Fine, whatever. He was also in the whole 9 yards.
Jim Gaffigan.
Die.
Jerry Seinfeld.
Die. Just die. I'm telling you to die. Why aren't you dying?
Norm Macdonald.
KYS.
Whoa.
But you can't even say that on Twitter anymore.
Chrissy, chill out.
Did Tegan say that at some point?
Oh, she did. We're not.
Kevin Pollak. It just came to me. Kevin Pollak. He does the best walking
Kevin
impression.
Pollak.
Robert's I have no idea who that is.
I'm glad that changed the subject from Chrissy Teigen. Move on. If you want to know about Chrissy Teigen, just go look it up on your own, guys. Let's move on to that was it, huh?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. And it was mostly us just bitching about baseball hats for a while.
It's kind of what we do.
While we're on the top of the subject of hats, what are y'all's thoughts of the 3D logos on the batting helmets? I kind of like them.
I had not seen this yet.
You haven't seen them?
I haven't seen them either.
Yeah, like the Dodgers, like the LA sticks out on the helmet as opposed to like where it would just be painted on. A couple teams have it.
Oh, wait, is it 3D or is it just a thick logo?
It's like, yeah, like where like they would sew it on a lot over it. Like it's just like it sticks out. You can see it more. I think it's 3D because it's like coming off of the helmet.
I thought you meant like they were putting holographic decals on it. No, Robert, it's just like a thick decal is all it is.
Well, I like those, so that's what I.
I mean, that's pretty. That's pretty cool. I'm cool with it.
So I thought it was cool.
I was expecting 3 fucking D though.
Keith keeps sending me stuff, and it looks really cool. All right,
we're not even podcasting anymore, guys. We're just talking.
Well, I'm looking for our next ad read here for our pals over at Little M Air Fresheners, littlemshop.com, littlemshop.com. They're not even just Little M Air Fresheners anymore. It's just Little M Shop. Like they got air fresheners, they got shirts, they got stickers, they got journals, they got all kinds of other things that you can head over to littlemshop.com and purchase littlemshop.com. They've got some new stuff in the shop, like shirts with embroidered sayings. They have 8 different sayings, 6 color combos. They're unisex fit, so they are for everybody, and they all ship for free. They say stuff like I'm tired or don't talk to me, like good stuff. Like Pat, I can see rocking a don't talk to me shirt. Pat's
all day, every day.
Don't talk
all
to
day,
me
every day.
Energy kind of guy. They have one that says main character on it, like all kinds of cool shirts. And I don't want to give anything away, but we may be working with Lil M on our own Pass the Gravy type of word tee. So you could get Pass the Gravy shirts through multiple ways now, and Little M Shop. I think that would be a hell of a marriage to make together with those 2 brands coming together. So hopefully that'll come out in the next couple of weeks or the next month or so. littlemshop.com. Go get the best air fresheners on the planet. They got keychains. I love the keychains. I have we have like our gate at night that I have to use, I have a little keychain on there. It's one of those like old school hotel ones. It's kind of in the shape of a diamond. It's plastic, and it's like I can put that and my other set of keys in my pocket, and I always know where the gate key is to get back into my apartments because I can feel that old school hotel feel, that like old school hotel key. I can feel like the keychain there every single time. So it's like it's easy to feel out in your pocket if you have a bunch of shit in your pocket. So it's awesome. LittleMShop.com, the official sponsor of air fresheners and keychains and all kinds of awesome stuff for Past the Great Podcast, and the official sponsor of our answers segment that we're about to begin after this.
Well, if you just answered the question, why don't you just answer the question? Be honest, no big deal. Yeah, answer the question.
Don't change the subject, just answer the fucking question.
Any questions?
All right. If you'd like to submit an answer question, it doesn't matter what kind of question you have. Just send us anything on your mind. If you like some relationship advice, hit us up. Hit us up on Twitter or hashtag PTG answers to @PastGradyPod. I'm at Alex J. Milton. Pat is at not Pat DN. Robert is at Robert Barbosa 03. Hashtag PTG answers. Don't worry about what kind of question you got. If it's something you thought of while you were drunk, something you thought of while you were in the shower, something you saw online that you wanted to hear our opinions on, hit us up. Hashtag PTG answers at PastGradyPod on Twitter. And if you'd like to, if you don't have a Twitter, we recommend getting a Twitter because it's easier. That's what we check first. But answers at pastgradepod.com. You can also email them to us. Our first question comes from our podcast son, Skylar Lester.
Oh my God, Skylar!
At OMG, it's Skylar on Twitter. And Skylar says, did Bono ever find what he was looking for? Courtesy of Dumbald93 on Twitter, who has a Twitter but never uses it. I believe that is his girlfriend. So hello, son. And I guess our future daughter-in-law, maybe, depending on how things go, you know. But did Bono ever find what he was looking for?
Yeah, clout.
Is that what it was?
Yeah, I mean, Bono only does all of his shit for clout. Bono's all about Bono. He's a piece of shit.
I feel like he would have written a song about it if he did find what he was looking for.
See, I'm torn in that area where, like, I hate Bono because I think he's a piece of shit. That
I think you hate Bono because of South Park.
I mean, that definitely began it, but then the more I looked into Bono, I kind of think he is a piece of shit. But also, you cannot deny that U2 has some absolute bangers.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's denying that.
I mean, I used to.
Oh, wow. We were that guy.
Because I hated Bono. And then I was like, God damn it. But then I started learning how many songs that I liked were from U2. I didn't know.
Oh, this was them too? Damn it.
Dude, that's U2? Fuck.
Oops.
Damn it, Bono, you're good. You're a piece of shit, but you're good. I mean, he's rich. He's definitely found what he's looking for. And if not, he paid somebody to go get it and bring it to him.
I'm going to say no, because I feel like he would have written a song about it.
I mean, how many years ago was that song written, though?
But he would have said, like, I finally found what I'm looking for. And he may have said that in a lyric that I don't know.
That song's just not as good.
That song, I'm going to just come out and say it. The Edge was better than Bono. Everybody knows it. I'm just coming out to say it.
I'm gonna come out and say it. I don't care that you broke your arm. That's an old internet reference that 3 people will get.
But those 3 people will love it, just like the Seahorses Forever people a couple of weeks back. Yeah, I don't think so. Robert, what about you? Break this tie.
I actually have no idea what this is referencing.
So
Robert.
Looks like it's a tie.
Robert, this is referencing a song that came out 3 years before I was born.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
this was 33 years ago. He's found what he's looking for now.
I think so. I think by this point he has.
You'd assume so, but I feel like he would have told us.
I don't think he would. Right. Bono's a withholding asshole.
Dude, if you can make money off of writing a song about it, you said he likes the cloud, he would have written a song about it.
That logic is hard to argue with.
Exactly.
He's waiting to drop it. He's had the song written. He's had the song written for 30 years.
His quarantine song. That's maybe what it was. All right.
Damn
Good question, Skylar. And
You got
I believe
me.
it's Aaron E. Dumbald 93. Moving on. Fernando Ramon at Only Big Fern on Twitter. He's got our next question. He's following on our logic from last week. We talked about air aquariums. He said, if a plane is an air aquarium and a submarine is an underwater aquarium, what is a bus? A land submarine or a land tank? And I think he's giving us his suggestions. What is a bus? I would say like it is kind of like a land submarine a little bit.
It's an above ground tunnel.
Ooh.
Yes.
Yes. Bobby jokes from way downtown. Yeah. That's the best answer we're going to come up with.
Nailed it. I'm definitely not going to come up with anything better than that.
Sometimes I feel like people are like, I didn't get my money's worth out of my answers question. But sometimes it's like, you didn't need anything else with that.
We're not going to beat it.
We could ramble for a while, or we could just give you the answer and move on. And that's what we're going to do. Fernando, that was great. It was a great question and an also great answer by Bobby Jokes. Next question from Josh Treecottle at Joshua Tree 713 on Twitter. He's had a lot of interaction with us today. Josh says, Kirby just swallowed you. What ability did he get?
To drink as much as you want and not have the headache hang over the next day.
Robert, what about you?
I just feel tired. Or he could also get the ability to digest foods extremely quickly and shit at least 3 times a day.
That also would be.
I'm definitely not getting all the nutrients I'm supposed to, but I'm regular.
Almost too regular.
Definitely too regular.
Probably like the ability to be patient with people, probably to a detriment.
I don't know, dude. I think we work on that exercise every week.
I don't think
this podcast has helped you with that.
I don't think patience is something you want in Super Smash Brothers. Then you get punched in the face.
Yeah, like none of my skills would add to it. Like I would just be like, I can eat crawfish a lot. It's like, but you lost.
Ability. He now has the ability.
He still lost, but okay.
He can now withstand high salt content.
Yeah. It's like he's like cholesterol doesn't affect him.
The ability to see less colors.
Oh, it's actually a detriment. Those are abilities. So
he swallows Robert, and then he becomes a woke influencer. I don't see color.
I mean, not all of them can be winners, you know?
No, yeah, not everybody's gonna have
Kirby would have had to like eat somebody with like shitty abilities at some point, and it's like, damn it, why did I get this guy?
God damn, I want to play Super Smash Brothers so fucking bad right now.
Like it's like going
64.
Back, like, think of some like game like chess. It's just like you're just really shitty at chess. So like that's the only ability he gets. It's like he's just now really shitty at chess. It's like, when am I gonna play chess? I don't know, but when you do, you're not gonna be good at it. Like, I'm not saying that this day is gonna come, but if it does, just don't play chess for it.
Oh, you know what shitty ability he can gain from me? And it's something I'm becoming very proud of. And I think I've talked about the air dryer at my work in the bathroom. If you like cup your hands and then slightly move them apart, it farts. It makes fart noises. And I'm becoming elite at that. Like I'm getting different tones, high pitch, low pitch, like making it sound whiny.
Yeah.
Dude, I am elite at the cupped hand fart game. And I'm looking into opportunities. I'm trying to go pro. So Kirby can get that from me.
Anybody got any ideas? Yeah. I mean, I also am really good at putting my shopping cart back, as many of you know. So, like, he would be really good about that. And eating crawfish. So, like, not a lot that would help in a fight, but
I'm pretty good at turning beers into pyramids.
There. So, yeah.
I think Kirby's got a lot to choose from between us.
I just don't think it would help him in many situations.
Here's a better question. You guys tell us, what abilities do you think Kirby would get from us?
Yeah. But I think Kirby would get this ability from tag one of us. because I may not remember this conversation. Not because I'm drunk or anything. I'm not drunk right now. I was very drunk at the end of last week's episode when I drank a whole bottle of champagne.
Yeah, it was very funny.
Hand up, very drunk. I listened back to a little bit of it at the end, and I was just slurring words.
Yeah, it was hilarious.
My words were bad, but
you were like Matthew Perry. Call back.
Yeah, you're right. I forgot to tell everybody I had emergency dental work done last week, so it wasn't.
That wasn't champagne in that bottle.
It wasn't the full bottle of champagne I drank. It was. Yeah, you're right. I was drinking champagne flavored fluoride.
Yeah,
is what it was. So excuse me for caring about my teeth. Moving on. Our next question is from Alexis Garcia at Alexis Texas _ back again. She is at Alexis ALEXISTEXIS _ I do that every single week because I know a lot of you guys. There's another Alexis Texas. Some people may know about, and she spells her name a little differently. But Alexis says, "Is being on birth control the equivalent of being baby vaxxed?"
Yes, because much like a vaccine, it is mostly effective, but cannot guarantee it is 100% effective.
You're right. You might ever know 100%.
You can still catch that disease.
Well, the COVID vaccine doesn't say that you can't get other things. It's just like not COVID, and it's like you can't get it. Like having birth control doesn't like you can't get like the clap, but you probably won't get a baby.
I said disease. I feel like I need to correct myself. I think a baby is actually more of a virus because it's something that lives. Well, hold on. What does a virus do? It feeds off of its host. What does a baby do?
Is that a parasite?
Or parasite? I don't know. You tell me.
I think a parasite.
Okay. Okay. Robert's words, not mine. Babies are parasites.
Wow, Robert.
One of these has to apply.
I don't stand by either of those statements.
I stand by all three of them.
I do think it is kind of baby vaxxed. I will say that. Yes.
Yes, definitely.
It's like whatever I don't know. Y'all got Moderna's or Pfizer's or whatever. I got the Johnson & Johnson, which I think is like 70%. So like that's like the least. But I was just lazy, didn't want to go back. But like it's like, yeah, I don't know what I don't know what like birth control rates are, but I think they're like in the 90s. They're like the Pfizer, Moderna.
I'm just picturing
you have to take it way more. You have to get way more doses, you know.
I'm just picturing a chick saying, "No, you can take off your dick max. I'm baby vaxxed."
I got baby vaxxed. I'm good.
Get rid of that I can't even fucking say it.
Hold on.
Get rid of that dick mask. I'm baby vaxxed. I'm just trying to
Fill for me.
What?
Fill for me real fast.
Fill
time. Fill time.
Oh, I thought you were saying fill it for me. Like that was one of your lines. Like, no, how are they going to fill it? The mask is off. Mask off.
That'd be like, did you get did you take the Apri? No, I'm on the Caziant. I'm on the Desigen. I'm using
birth control terms.
No, they're brands, and so it's like instead of being like Pfizer or Moderna, you're like, no, I'm on the whatever the last one I just said was. The
Isn't one of them like
Hariba
in vitro or something, or is that a different one?
I don't know. Yaz. I know Yaz. That has a commercial.
I've heard yes. Nuvaring.
On Yaz. I got the Yaz.
Is it Nuvaring one of them?
I think it sounds like it, or a ringworm thing. One of those two.
A baby's a ringworm. It's just gonna keep feeding off of you until you get it out.
You know what? I think ladies need us to help discuss birth control more with them. Like, that's what our job is.
Damn it, that is tapeworm, son of a bitch.
Tapeworm.
Tapeworm.
All right,
second
Robert's
time we're
words,
talking about that.
Robert's words, not mine. Babies are tapeworms.
Parasites and tapeworms. Wow. We've learned a lot about Robert today.
Robert does not respect the youth of America.
You know they say kids are our future. They say that.
Not Robert. Robert doesn't say
it. He doesn't think so. So yes, I 100% don't think any of us could agree with you more that you being on birth control is being baby vaxxed.
Yep, baby vaxxed.
All right, great question, Alexis. Our final question of the week, and even though it's not really a question, yeah, it is a question of the week because I don't even know what Pat's laughing at this time. But
I just read it for the first time.
Oh, okay.
I'm laughing at the next question.
So we're gonna do this episode. Obviously, this episode's out while you're listening to it, but like Wednesday, we're recording this. We're gonna record on Saturday at our beer release. We're releasing that episode on Monday. So it's like if you want to come see it live, get all that live, then come on out. If not, we'll have the podcast on Monday. But please, like, come on out, hang out with us. It'll be fun. So that's how it's gonna go down. You're gonna get a bonus episode Monday. We're gonna do our regular Wednesday episode next week as well. Just laying how that's going to go out, okay? But our final answers question of the week comes from John Fredericks at John Freds on Twitter, and he says, how would the world be different if our butt cracks were horizontal instead of vertical? How would the world be different if our butt cracks were horizontal instead of vertical?
I don't think it would be at all. I don't think it would make a single difference.
I don't know, dude.
I was gonna say
you
that.
have to wipe sideways. You have to wipe side to side.
Yeah, wiping would be different. Honestly, the first thing that came to my mind,
When you sat, feels like it would be different.
I think sitting would be the same and all that, and pooping. The first thing that popped in my mind though was, damn, in porn he couldn't just slap it on her ass crack anymore. He'd have to turn sideways to do it.
You'd have to slap it above her ass crack.
And wouldn't it be left cheek, right cheek? It'd be top cheek, bottom cheek.
Butts would kind of look like hamburgers.
Oh, I mean, definitely people would constantly put googly eyes on their butt, on their top cheek, and just make their butt look like a giant smiley face.
Twerking could be kind of fun that way.
Oh, imagine the clapping you could get on a twerk that way.
I mean, I would say it'd be much easier to clap that ass, quote unquote.
People would be
clapping.
People would have one butt cheek be way saggier than the bottom because it's the bottom one and gravity is just working on it if you got a big ass.
If you run, like you do the spandex underwear, you do like, would you have like a clapping effect?
It would be, you would have to do completely different workouts to work out one cheek versus the other. Because you know how girls do that, like
glutes?
with like that when they're all like on all fours and then do that like leg back kick to work their asses. That wouldn't work. That would work half of
like
each
to the
butt
side,
cheek.
yeah.
Like
the really changed a lot of things.
The top cheek would honestly
workout would be
just
changed
like
a lot.
Working your lower back. I don't like this question. It changes too many things.
I think a lot of things would be changed, but I think like the way you work out would definitely be. Like,
I'll tell you this: I don't
workouts would change the most.
I don't think butts would be as sexy.
I don't think so either.
Butts would just be a weird thing on our lower back.
Are you a butt guy or a boobs guy?
I'm a respecting woman guy.
There we go. Good answer, fellas. If anybody ever asks you that, I'm a respect guy. Is what you say. Robert's learned.
I like forearms.
I like their brains. I like their minds.
I'm a big earlobe guy myself. Pretty sexy.
Robert, would you be less attracted to butts if they were like hamburger style instead of hot dog style? I mean, let's be real. That's what we're talking right now.
That's exactly what we're talking about. It's just such a ridiculous way to say it. I love it.
Yeah,
hamburger butts.
They would be very different.
Answer the question, Robert. Do you prefer a hot dog butt or a hamburger butt?
I'm a hot dog butt kind of guy myself.
You will not make a mockery of this court. You will answer. There you go. Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with hot dog.
Good. Anyone who says hamburger butt, you need to go to prison. Because there's something wrong with the way your brain works.
But now I kind of want to see one.
Oh, I want to see.
I can imagine it, but until I see it, it's like, I don't know.
It's like Ron White said. Once you've seen one boob, you want to see them all. So you show me a new type of boob. I don't care how gross it is. I'll look at it. Same thing with an ass.
I'll check it out.
You said it looks different? I'll take a peek.
For research purposes only, not for,
Yeah.
not for sexual purposes. I'm a research.
Coco's running in her dream right now.
Oh, she's running.
Good girl. Yeah,
right.
I think that about does it, boys.
I don't know what else we can solve. What other problems?
That was one of my favorite questions of a long time.
It was we had a really solid crop of questions, gang. Hashtag PGG answers at Past Gravy Pod. I love you guys, Gravy Gang. You're the best. Saturday, this coming Saturday, May 29th, Southern Star Motherfucking Brewing Company, 3525 North Fraser Street up in Conroe. It's going to be Robert's first event since the pandemic. Your first PTG event since the pandemic.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty stoked. Do you miss Southern Star? Do you miss it a little bit?
Pretty exciting.
Yeah. I'm going to kiss you on the cheek. And you can't stop me.
We're going to make you say you love us or we're not going to end the podcast too.
I'm going to hug you and not let go.
We're going to have the whole crowd shout, I love you, Robert.
You can go live.
I bet it will.
I promise you, I'm going to make you feel more uncomfortable than you've ever felt in your life.
Don't scare
me. I'm going to hold you. I'm going to hold you.
He's going to quit like the next day.
I'm going to kiss you on one cheek and and Alex is going to kiss you on the other cheek simultaneously.
I'm not going to sexually assault Robert.
Unless you tell us that you love us.
And Coco.
It's not assault. I've already told you it's going to happen. I don't think that's how that works.
I don't think that works that way.
Hey, Bank, I'm going to rob you in a few minutes.
No, I called them and told them.
I gave fair warning. It's not my fault if they didn't stop.
I called them 30 minutes after playtime. They still let me rob them. 325 North Fraser Street in Conroe, guys.
I just did this. Do you guys ever think about how the youngins don't do this phone signal? They just do this flat thing.
They just do the hand, yeah.
No, I think they still do this. If you do this,
I don't know. I've seen.
If you do flat, oh my god, that's a
give it time, dude. Give it time.
No, if I were to see somebody do a
more
phone
people are
to
be
the ear
doing
scenario, and they did a hand,
fingers.
I would
pinky, thumb finger for phones.
I would immediately kneecap that person if I ever saw it, just because this person is dangerous and we need to hobble them. Like, this is a dangerous.
I didn't know what else to do.
Officer, I honestly thought it was my only option as a citizen of this great country.
I thought that was necessary.
All right.
With that, Southern Star Brewing Company this Saturday, guys. Please come hang out with us. If you have a darling like a Marlin shirt or anything, a tank, whatever, wear it, rock it. Please, please, please come support the pod. We love you guys. Try our beer. It's going to be awesome. It is a tap room exclusive, so it's going to be a limited run. If you guys come out and we buy all the beer, they sell out all that beer, they're going to hopefully let us do that again in the future. And then, that can be, we have the Christmas episode in the winter, the summers, we can have a beer release, hopefully each year. And then, every 100th episode from now on, unless there's a fucking pandemic, which I swear to God, if there's a pandemic again, I am going to fucking lose my shit. I'm going to lose it. But other than that, we could have 3-4 events at Southern Star a year. I'm looking forward to that, guys. And I'm looking forward to seeing all your beautiful faces. Event starts at noon on Saturday. We go on live podcast at 2. It's going to be a shorter version of the podcast than you normally hear, but it will be a live podcast for about 30, 45 minutes, an hour tops. And we're going to have a lot of fun. And then we're going to hang out with you guys afterwards. We're going to hang out with you guys at 4. We're going to watch wrestling with you guys after at 6 o'clock in the tap room. But it's going to be a great time. Please come on, hang out with us this Saturday. Have a great rest of your week. See y'all on Saturday. And if we don't see you on Saturday, we'll have the Monday episode up as well as our Wednesday episode next week. I love you guys. Be good to one another until we talk to you guys next time. Pass the gravy. Yeah. Bitches!
I caught it bad yesterday. You hit me with a call to your place. Ain't been out in a while anyway. Was hoping I could get you throwing smiles in my face. Romantic talking, you don't even have to try. You're cute enough to fuck with me tonight.